No, these are mine. Right.
Oh, it goes live like this. All right. So I need to find a way to tip this thing.
Are you gonna go through these again or no?
I haven't actually gone through them. I just kind of sorted them into years and stuff.
Okay, so you do want these.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do.
These two are empty boxes.
Okay.
Those are just like the ones that you're actually going to go through.
Yeah. All right. This is cool. Here we go. All right, so although I think many of them have been lost to the trash or to donation, I used to have a ton of sports cards. Now, at one point I remember us having a big plastic tote of sports cards. That was pretty sick. And when that big tote of sports cards came, we decided that there was nothing in there that was probably worth anything, and we just got rid of it. At a yard sale for like $10 for the entire tote of cards. And we knew that was bad, but we had too many cards. Tons of cards. These are all like 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93. Yeah, sounds right. And so, anyway, I wish it would film in landscape mode. Anyway, I haven't been able to do a lot with this channel lately because I have not been feeling good, obviously. Everybody knows that. But what happened was they were cleaning out one of the rooms here and we found some boxes of cards that I had. I know most of my sports cards and my baseball cards are missing, but I think I still have basketball cards and then a ton of comic book type cards and DC. I know there's some Marvel. And then there's a ton of Marvel. I don't even know where it came from. So anyway, I just figured it'd be fun to go through them with somebody else watching because it's something to do and something to film, and it's cool to see other people's collections. So I probably won't get through them all today. I don't even know what's in this box unless I've opened it before. Oh my gosh, yeah. Was this all the Superman cards and stuff?
I think that's this.
Oh, these are more DC Golden Age.
Superman.
Oh, wow. So these are mostly comic book cards. I know there's a bunch of weird random stuff in here. Like, what is this? Yeah, I see like a chunk of these are going to be like that very first Batman movie. That very first Batman movie with Michael Keaton, which was actually a pretty good Batman movie for the time. I look back at it and I think it was pretty great. Oh, hey, there's people in the chat. Hey, what's up, guys? I'm just going to be going through cards. I've got a couple boxes left from when I was younger. And all my baseball cards are missing. Well, if most of them are. I don't have any of the great ones anymore. Let's see. Toy Story. See, there's stuff in here that you get as a gift, too. And you just keep them. I don't have any of my Desert Storm cards anymore or anything like that. I wish I did. I wish it would film in a different mode, too. I wonder if it'll let me... Nope. Yeah, it won't let me zoom out. Oh, well. Let me see what I can do here to just get it where we can look at the cards. And then I may open that other box. Actually, I will open that other box. I don't want to go through comic book cards right now because I know there's so many of them. And you guys might ask why the comic book cards. And it's because they would have specials in these comic book cards that would be like foils or like holograms. And they were worth so much money. And they were... you know, you'd make so much money, you could just make a haul at the sports card shop getting these foilies because not a lot of people were buying the comic cards. So somebody was opening the packs, was getting all the specials. So it was a cool little market. And hey, someone. Hey, Kishan. So anyway, this is a box I had from when I was a kid and trying to scribble some little superhero I made up on there. And that's cool. Comic cards. There he is swinging from this thing. Then there's a little Batman. So that's fun. I'm not going to get into this one today, but I'll get into it on another one. I need to set up a different camera to do this sometime. This right here has some of the sports cards in it. Mostly NBA basketball. I'm going to say a lot of these players were when I was on my way out on collecting cards, but there were a lot of rookies, and I made sure to keep rookies from those years right before I stopped collecting basketball cards because I'd lost interest in the league. Jordan wasn't playing anymore. After his second comeback, I didn't see it anymore. After you'd seen 93 Bulls versus anyone, that was great basketball. And so I didn't keep a lot of stuff after that. Anyway, there's stuff here that I'm going to go through. I just started opening the box, and then I was like, oh, I should film it because I enjoy watching other people open their cards. So right up front here, I got some Larry Birds. I really liked Larry Bird. Boston Celtic. Oh, man. I will only be able to go through so many of these because of my nervous system issue that I have. So for as long as I can lightly hold these cards and dig through them, that's how long we'll go through today. But there's a few. My hands really do hurt holding cards too long. Anyway, Larry Bird. There's a Larry Bird All-Star East. I don't know if any of these are worth anything. I bet I could stick them in front of ChatGPT and it'd tell me. But I just haven't looked. NBA All-Star, Larry Birds. Nothing special here. I always remember this NBA Hoops series. Those were great cards. You'd always get the Fleers and the Tops and the... I don't think Don Russ did basketball. I don't know. But the NBA Hoops were cool. That was a fun year. Really reminds me of the 90s. That's got to be like 93. It's just got that ridiculous hip-hop kind of LA style to it. 91. Ooh, popping off early with that style right there. 91 NBA Properties, Inc., the official NBA basketball card. Wow. Hello, the Epic 3. So this is legitimately a NBA card. I didn't know that about that series. That's super cool. There's Larry Bird. This was always a momentous shot for him. Getting that good lean on with that high control of the ball. NBA Hoops again. Super sick, right? Was a good player there, old Larry Bird. Liked him a lot. Hey, Robert Sorensen. Hi, Ginger Casillas. Didn't see you before. Okay, I'm going to stick this back in. A lot of these I got to go through and take care of here because here's a problem that I have that I know I'm going to have in here. Here's the Michael Jordans. There's nothing great in here. I sold all the good ones when I was a kid because I was on a trip with my parents out to visit my grandparents, and they had a good sports card store in the mall, and I sold all my good Michael Jordans. And I was like 13 in the 90s, and I made like $400 cash off this guy in the mall, and I was like, forget it, bro. That's good cash. I'm going to do whatever I want on this vacation. So don't have a lot of good ones. This is a Skybox. I don't think this is anything. This is probably way after he came back for the second time and got the 23 jersey back after they got him back out of his 45. 95? I don't know. I'm back. Jordan shouted up at his alma mater. The North Carolina Tar Heels. Yeah, I don't know. All-Star Team, Flair 91. Right. Yeah, see, there's nothing that great in here for Jordan. Upper Deck. Interesting. Another Upper Deck. I believe this is a checklist. Yeah, it is a checklist. So, you know. Jordan, Upper Deck. Yeah, I bought some of these up from a guy that had them all for $1 because I sold all my Jordans. So these don't mean anything to me because, except this one, NBA Hoops, that was a special card, that silver and red Jordan. Always exciting. If you were looking through another kid's binder and he had one of these, it'd be great. You always felt good if you had 2 or 3 of them stacked. It was currency. This was also a desirable card for a while, the Michael Jordan guard. I thought when this guy was selling it for $1 to me, why not? I'd pick it up. Even if it's not worth a lot. These 2 cards display nicely. They're cool-looking cards. They kind of speak to an era of the NBA Hoops cards. NBA Hoops really had some jammer designs. Just beautiful classic card designs. I love it, man. I really, really enjoyed their cards. This one was a little weird. I felt like I'm a guy that more enjoys this type of data if I'm really into a sport. But this was fun too. So, different styles, no biggie. And the last Michael Jordan I have, which is not that great, it's just a Skybox Jordan 23. Showing him golfing on the back. Little life of leisure. Jordan starting to settle in. 1990. There we go. Getting ready to go crush. Getting ready for the prime time. Anyway, here's the problem I was talking about. Oh my gosh. They're so heavy. Okay. These cards. all these rookies, and a couple aren't rookies. What I did was I spaced them out so I had individual players, right? Stuck them in a box. I got this tall box because of these tall cards. But because we use these index cards to space them over, some of them bend over and kinked. So, like, here is Dontel, Marshall? Oh, yeah, right. So, like, I've got these from Dante Marshall. Here, I'll pull that up real quick. So, like, I got, Danielle, right. Okay, so I got Danielle, right? Marshall has the potential to be a Minnesota best draft pick ever. I don't know if this is worth anything. I doubt it. Donnell Marshall, 94, draft class. Rookie, Donnell Marshall, forward. Anybody that knows if these are worth anything, tell me. I don't know how to actually... I don't know. Donnell Marshall. I don't know if he was ever worth anything. I just don't know. I just bought these up. They was rookie years. Donnell Marshall, Flair 94, 95. Yeah, I was just losing interest in basketball at this point. These guys were all new. Jordan was gone. Well, Jordan was there. Magic Johnson was gone. I think Ewing was retiring. Anyway, wow, look how yellowed out that case is. Wonder why. Anyway, the problem is I end up with these tall cards. And they're just stupid. So I need to kind of like actually remove these from the collection. I don't even really like this all set up this way. This is all that's left. A lot of my good cards are gone. Boxes of good cards are gone. So anyway, I don't know. Danielle Marshall, if anybody is here in the chat popping in or out and you know if Danielle Marshall is something that's worth something, you say something. I doubt a lot of this is worth it. Just a lot of these were rookies that year. So anyway, Danielle Marshall pulling out the old tall NBA Jam Session 94-95 tall cards, right? Oh, I wish I had that other camera. Danielle Marshall. Let's go, Danielle. So we'll pull him out. Let's see if I go like this. Probably better. So next is Charlie Ward. I don't know anything about Charlie Ward, except that he was like a rookie or he was brand new draft pick, something. Charlie Ward. There's a big, thick skybox Charlie Ward looking like he's taking a squat, double doo-doo Wards right there. Sky Pilots Charlie Ward. Never impressed with that. I thought the art was really lost by the time these years started coming around with basketball cards and baseball cards. They lost their sweet, sweet, sweet souls. Yeah, these are NBA hoops. Look how different an NBA hoops is here, right? This is an NBA hoops card, okay? Now watch when I pull out. Yeah. Watch when I pull out these Michael Jordan NBA hoops. Look how sick that is. That's so sick and classic, right? Look how sick that is. That's so sick and classic. Look how not sick and completely not classic these NBA hoops were in 95, dude. Just trash bag. So anyway, let's go on. I'm just pulling this guy out. I don't care about any of this. Anybody know anything about Charlie Ward? You tell me. You message me. You tell me. Joel, I'm interested in that card. And I'll be like, really? You'll be like, yeah. And I'll be like, I'll make you a deal. It'll be a good deal, too. I'm all about good deals. Charlie Ward. There they are. NBA Jam Session. All the top corners. Ooh, that one stayed. All right. Bet it's not worth anything. All right. Charlie Ward. Going back in the box. Not excited about it. Brian Grant. Dude, I don't want to look through these. These players are boring. I'm just going to pull out the tall ones. No. We'll look at Brian Grant. I remember Brian Grant. He was a good player. Yeah, homie was crushing. Look at him go. He's like, oh, I'm going to go do big basketball things. Let's go. Look at that. Look at those soulless NBA hoop cards. Look how many of these there were, too. Boy, if these are worth something, dude, I'm like some Bitcoin guy that like bought it when it was $8. I'm Brian Grant rich. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Brian Grants. Pristine as well. Make you a heck of a deal. Oh my gosh. Except for that one that stuck to the Brian Grant. Look at that. Huh? I don't know. Maybe that's a big deal. He looks like, oh, see, that is Magic Johnson. There you go. What's it say? What's Magic say? Big, strong body. Yikes. Brian will give the king so much respect. Watch it there. Magic? I don't want you talking about dudes' big, strong bodies. All right. Next. This was, everybody loved this. People were wearing pennies. Go get your fresh set of pennies. Old Penny Hardaway, Afrene Hardaway, right? Let's see. Get in on some of that. There we go. Afrene Hardaway. Orlando Magic. There he is, Nene. 93, 94 Fleer Ultra. First round draft pick. You know what? Out of respect for how loved old Nene was back in the day, we're going to sleeve him up. I believe he deserves it. That is the wrong sleeve.
Yes, sir.
That's a big sleeve. All right, Nene, get in there. Now watch me whip. Now watch me, Nene. All right. There he is. Nene's getting slid up. All right, next one. Nene in the old all-rookie team classics. Boy, if somebody needs some Nene rookies, we're looking at a few Nenes. Nene. 93 Nene. 90 some other year Nene. That's a classic one. The new wall. Classic. Classic card. Look at Nene short dunking like Spud Webb. Look at that. Brada. Young Lion Afrene Hardaway. Right? And of course, more of the NBA Jam Session Tall Editions. Pull those out. Try to keep them from going to crap. Anyway, Afrene, if you like old Nene. Strong young lion. Let's see. What do we got? Eddie Jones. I don't know anything about Eddie Jones. I don't think anybody knows anything about Eddie Jones. Out comes the NBA hoops. Anything cool? Ugh. Nope. This is NBA hoops. Look at that. That's a special card. That stinks like butt. Magic's all rookie. Magic Johnson's like, he's so young and strong. Look at his strong hamstrings. Weird, Magic. Kind of a weird set of cards. I don't know. I don't know who he is, and I'm putting him back in the box. Next is, who's the next divider? Eddie Jones, Wesley Person. Not an exciting name, but a person is a person. Yeah, that's it. Wesley Person. Ooh, the silver sign. Boy, watch that be worth something, huh? Doubt. Look at that. Magic's pro rookie. He got strong legs. Next. Eric Montrose. I do remember thinking that Eric Montrose was a heck of a contender at one time. I remember nothing about him. I believe he was a Celtic? Maybe? I don't know. Let's see. Eric Montrose. Boy. Eric Montrose rookie. There it is. I don't think he's worth anything, but I thought he was pretty good back in the day. I'm going to put a little respect on him. I don't know why. I feel good about putting out one in a sleeve without knowing anything about it. Makes me feel good. Now here's Eric Montrose showing he is born double jointed, and he can also do a great impression of a seal and or walrus depending on really which position he's standing or laying in. Thanks, Eric Montrose. Or. That's going down in the pile of those jam sessions. Nothing cool here, just ugly card design from ugly years in card design. These big, thick flare ultras that they started making, like, I'll tell you when these got cool was when they did the USA Dream Team for the Olympics with the NBA. That was cool. I'll bet you those are going to be coming up. I don't even know why I have so many of these guys. Let's see. Eric Montrose. Nobody cares. Glenn Robinson. I'm not even taking out Glenn Robinson. Don't care. Is there a tall one? No. Jason Kidd. Yes, there's a tall one. It's coming out. If you like Jason Kidd, if you hear any of the names and you're like, dude, I want to see what cards you have from that, just say it in the chat and I'll go back. But I don't want to look at all these right now. There's Isaiah. Ooh, what's in here? Not important. Isaiah Ryder. Look at this big, tall turd. All right. Don't care. Jalen Rose. Look at that. Coming out of the pile. Not exciting. Jamal Mashburn. Jamal Mashburn could play. He could ball. I remember that he could ball. I wonder what he ended up doing. I just didn't follow any of these guys. These were like the last years. I wish I had all my cards from the years I actually was collecting. All right, no talls, no talls. Juwan Howard. Here we go. Here we go. Shaquille O'Neal. Here we go. Look at this pile of Shaquille O'Neal cards. Let's go. What do we got here? Oh my gosh. First of all, this stupid thing. Ugh. Those are going NBA Jam session. Boink. Oof. Kind of bent up. All right. Let's see. These are all Shaquille O'Neal. This is the freaking SHAQ gold mine right here. All right. We hit a vein, and it wasn't Spud Webb. It wasn't even Patrick Ewing. It was Shaquille O'Neal. So let's see what we got. That is a SHAQ rookie card, which was a big deal. I saw guys fight fists for this. I also saw guys trade a lot of Pogs for something like this. This would have had to been like 93, right? What year is on that? 92? 93, baby. Big year. Shaquille O'Neal rookie card. There's another one. Fleer Ultra, baby. Desirable card in its day. I remember card binders. I remember how cool it was if you had a couple of SHAQ rookies lined up next to each other just for a couple of months. That was a big deal to have these two cards in your binder. Big deal. So there was another one too. There's another one because there's a card and then they also printed it in the series, but it's got like a weird number or a letter in a number. And I don't remember if it was a misprint. I don't remember what, but it was a big deal and all the real SHAQ nerds had it. SHAQ Topps Finest, the foil without the protector peeled, probably worth nothing. SHAQ, this is a college card, I guess. Maybe the NBA put out a card of his college players. No, this is a college card of SHAQ. So that's fun. SHAQ All-Star Weekend with the card that felt like the basketball. That was fun. Let's go. Hoop Power Predators. That was kind of a cool year. Even though it was late in the game for NBA hoops. That was a cool year, man. Those are okay cards. Not so bad. Interesting new players coming on the scene. You know, after years of like Jordan and Bird and Ewing and all them guys. Pippen. Hot skylights. Oh, he's so big. He's going to crush the city. Godzilla. They do these college versus college old rivals in the NBA now. Whatever. Let's go. The sickest cards. These are the sickest cards. Yo, look at this Shaquille O'Neal. Woo. Look at that beautiful young man ready to play some basketball. He was so young. Now he's just hulked out. He's such a hulked out dude. Look at that young, lean Shaquille O'Neal. My goodness. On the USA Olympic basketball team. Pretty sick. Let's get another shot of that action. This was another year of the Olympics. Shaquille O'Neal, baby. I liked this year. I liked the way they put the names down there. I liked it. He was a rookie, and they put him on the Olympic team because he would crush. He just was out there dunking on Japanese guys. Dunking. Shaq runs on Duncan. 94 Flair. Super sick. Super duper sick. 94 Flairs were super thick, and they did the USA basketball that year. That was cool. These were pretty cool cards, actually. Yeah, they were cool. Look at that young Shaq. You know what? I bet you that's from the same session as this one, where they're like, yo, Shaq, give it to us like you a bad dog. And he's like, I'm a bad dog, but I'm mama's boy, too. But then they're like, hey, give us one more picture. And they sold it to this other card company, and it's this one. And they're like, come on, but like, you funny, Shaq. And he's like, yeah, I'm funny. I clown around. You know me, Shaquille O'Neal. I'm going to bring a truck of shoes to your neighborhood in the wintertime. Keep your kids' feet warm. Yeah, Shaquille O'Neal's a good guy, because if you ever want to make fun of him, you can just step back and realize that, like, he's done more than most with what he has for other people. Good old Shaquille O'Neal. Don't hate him. Don't hate him at all. All right, so we're getting in through these Olympic cards. There's just a ton of them. This was one of those Shaquille O'Neal guys had this one on the front page. I don't know why. What's that? Flair Ultra 20, 94, 95. So that's probably second year Shaq. I don't know. Anyway, this card's not really a stat hog. They went away from a lot of stats to just a lot of fluff. Now they're all probably full of like Chat GPT stuff where you're like, oh, I don't know. I don't know if they do anything like that. There you go. Make the stats so hard to read that nobody wants to look up stats on your cards. I don't know about that. All NBA team Shaquille O'Neal. Again. Shaquille O'Neal. 93-94. Award winner of something. Shaquille O'Neal. 93-94. A lot of Shaquille O'Neal. A lot of Shaquille O'Neal. Boy, I got so many. I don't think I want to go through them one by one anymore. Look at that. O'Neal versus Weber. Whatever. Oh, gosh. Shaquille. Shaquille. Shaquille? What's that? Oh, yeah. The frequent flyers card. That was a big deal. That was cool for a minute. Frequent flyers, baby. Shaquille O'Neal, 3D Pro, when 3D glasses still were a thing. Topps future scoring leader. I don't know why. I always thought this card stunk, but it was one that the guys had early on, so I don't know. Oh, there's some more Flair. Another year of USA basketball with Shaq. Another year. Crushing. Look how much Shaq there is. There's so much Shaq. Look at all this Shaq. That's a lot of Shaq. That's a whole lot of Shaq. I don't know. Anyway, there's a bunch of Shaquille O'Neal in there. So that's nice. I like Shaquille O'Neal. Not my favorite of all time. But as far as a good dude, might be the best. Might be one of the best in the history of the NBA. Just might be. I know Charles Barkley hate to hear that. I know he'd hate to hear people putting some shine on old Shaq's name. Wouldn't you, Charles? Yeah, all right, let's get these Shaqs back in the box. I want to stop there. I think I'm going to go through this again in the future, but I am going to pop through and make sure all these tall cards are out right now because they're annoying me and have annoyed me for years. Look at all these. At least you guys can stick together and you might have a chance. I think some of you that are most damaged can take the front line damage and go in there. These tall cards, real stinkeroos. I wonder what's on this side. What do we got here? Just a cube of random junk. I don't even know if it's mine. What? It's just more basketball. It's all basketball from years I did not even like watching basketball. What is this junk? Don McLean. More USA basketball. Oh, those card design. That's a good card design. I like that. It looks reminds me of old hockey cards. Interesting. I don't know. Look, there's like comic book cards in here. Wizard comics? I had no interest in Wizard comics. Must be some promotional stuff. Who knows? Who knows where it came from? NBA. Look, Karl Malone picks. Look, see? More of those Predators. The Hoops Power Predators. So there's stuff here. I just don't know what's here. I got to go through the rest of this. Oh yeah, I remember these. This was kind of a cool year. They just tried to make them too fancy sometimes. You don't want that big old thumbprint in the middle of your John Sparks card, do you? Yo, check this out. These are the sick. Why aren't these in sleeves? Yo, look at this. Why aren't these in sleeves back here? These are sick. Look. Look at Irvin Johnson. Yo, that's Magic Johnson, ladies and gentlemen, on a card that says Irvin instead of Magic. That's cool. Oh, there's a Scottie Pippen back here. Wow. I like that. I didn't know I had any Magic Johnson cards at all anymore. Dang, dude. I like that. I like these were this. Oh no, it's got a bad corner on it. That's why it's in this box. Sad. Well, then he ain't worth sleeving. That's a shame. I wonder why it's up there. I really got to get through these. There's so many. Scottie Pippen. Reggie Miller. David Robinson, USA 92 Olympic team. Basketball. More David Robinson. David Robinson was great. People didn't like David Robinson sometimes. Look at that. That's a sick card. Nice dunk. Out there playing like the Filipino national team. David Robinson versus Dennis Rodman. Look, I bet Dennis Rodman was still pretty clean. He wasn't completely pierced out yet. He was a weirdo, though. David Robinson classic card. Everybody got this card. Everybody had the David Robinson NBA hoops. Absolutely. David Robinson. A lot of David Robinson. Oh my gosh. Celebration, prom, and graduation. Everybody had this card. So ridiculous. Dave Robinson. What in the world? There it is. David Robinson, USA Basketball, 92. Sick. Super sick. Great cards. More David Robinson. John Stockton. Magic Johnson. Oh, look at all these Magic Johnsons. I didn't even realize I had these Magic Johnsons. Oh, wow. Dominique Wilkins could play. I like Dominique Wilkins. Didn't like the Hawks. Like Dominique Wilkins. Isaiah Thomas. Detroit Pistons. Great player. Pretty good basketball player. Yo, there it is. Irvin, Magic, Johnson. But this one, these were special because these were the ones that had the all gold seal on them. That's why these are all stuck together, because they all got the all gold instead of the other one. Yeah, look at that's got the all gold too. Sick. All right, well, I'm going to have to go through these. I mean, I just barely care about them. I wonder if somebody must. I don't even know. I don't know what any of these are. Just random basketball cards, I guess. You know what I want to look... You know what I really want to open up is my Ozzie Smith cube. Oh, let's stick those in there with the randos. This is my cube of only Ozzie Smith, my favorite Major League Baseball player ever. I'd like to sleeve these all up, but then they might not fit in their cube. Ooh, look at that Ken Griffey Jr. I got all sorts of baseball back there. I think I'll go through those next time. I'm sick of basketball right now. What's all this back here? Are they more comic book? No, it's football. So there's football, there's basketball. I don't know why I'd have football. I never collected football cards. Okay, there's some baseball. There's some Batman the Animated Series. There's Batman Returns. There's Jerry Rice. Got some NFL stuff back here. Yep, John Elway. All sorts of stuff. What's this? All-Star. Julio Franco. All right, well, I'll do some more another time. Yeah, stop. Oh, yeah.
Did you just do a lot?